it's not going to leak unless you put your finger in it. That was smart, huh? Nugget Ice, Sonic Ice, The Good Ice, Hospital Ice. If you know what I'm talking about, you know the premium ice. You know the finer things in life. And you can have it at home. So I basically want to discuss, is a $600 Nugget Ice Maker actually worth it? And I've had this thing for about 6 months now, so I think that gives me enough time to kind of form some really good opinions, talk about if there's any issues, talk about the maintenance, and if I would buy it again and recommend it. I'm not putting any Amazon affiliate codes in the description below. I'm going to link to Best Buy and I'm going to link to GE directly. I don't make money off this, but I'm very passionate about this reason. This is the GE Profile Opal Nugget Ice Maker 2.0. I'm very passionate about 2.0. You have to get the 2.0. You cannot go to Amazon. I know y'all are addicted to Amazon. Do not go there because from what I've noticed, Amazon only carries the original, like 1.0. Make note of exactly how this looks. The one on Amazon is a no-no. I haven't had both, so I cannot be for certain, but a lot of people talked about this being very noisy, breaking, having a lot of issues. And while I don't think it was really stated in the changes, I think this solved all those issues because I have not had any. In the 6 months I've had this, it has worked beautifully. I have not had any mechanical issues. It's always had ice ready for me. Literally the only downside is sometimes it's a little noisy. Like I think as it's trying to suck water in the machine from this optional water tank, sometimes it will get some air and like squeal. I'm standing right next to it. So hopefully you guys can kind of get an idea of what it sounds like. I'll even stand closer. Like it just is kind of like a hum. It's nothing too bad. That's just my opinion on that. Like there's nothing that would warrant me not recommending it. The ice it's currently making right now, it's been going for about an hour. And this is how much ice there is. Not much. But there is a reason for that because I had it unplugged for a while and I was cleaning it. So this is going to be a pro or con for you. So it does have a cleaning cycle and the manual recommends that you clean it every 2 weeks. I do not. I'm going to include some footage of me cleaning it. You can probably get an idea of the last time I cleaned it. It was not 2 weeks, and I'm not even going to... Maybe I've never cleaned it, and this is the first time I've cleaned it in the 6 months I've owned it. I don't want to admit that. It's embarrassing. But the cleaning cycle, it's a little time consuming. You do have to empty all the ice out, empty the water, and then you have to put 1 teaspoon of bleach with 5 cups of water or fill it up to the line in there, and there is a cleaning button. The cleaning cycle takes about 3 minutes to finish. You empty it out with, there's some tubes on the back. Can you see this? You see this tube? There's this tube right here. Whoop, it's leaking on me. Yeah, but that tube is how you drain it. It's easy to clean. You don't have to like dump it out to drain it. It will drain with the tube. But you do have to repeat that like 3 more times after you do the cycle with the bleach. It's only 1 teaspoon of bleach, but you do want to get it all out. You don't use soap in the machine like the cleaning cycle. That probably would be impossible to get out. I'm not sure how it makes nugget ice, but yeah, that will probably not be good. But typically, you know, when it's plugged in and working, it makes ice way faster. So with it being unplugged and cleaned, and I even ran hot water through it, it's taking a lot longer to cool down. Typically, I've never been in a situation where I run out of ice, and I go through a lot. Every morning or afternoon, like one of these big turvises, I fill up twice to make iced coffee, and I use Nugget Ice, and I fill it up all the way both times. My spouse they drink soda all day long. They use Nugget Ice. So between the both of us, which we live here like 24/7, we don't go to work, so we're always using this like constantly, and I've never run into an issue. Maybe if you had a bigger household with like 4, 5, 6 people that are constantly using it, you could run into issues, but I don't see it as that. And also, the more you use it, the better the ice is anyway, because it's fresh. So this plastic thing, it's not refrigerated, it is just room temperature, so eventually the ice is just gonna melt and recycle and make new ice. But if it's been sitting for a while, it does kind of like clump up together, and you can just hit it with the included scoop and it's fine. But like for the absolute best quality, it honestly is better to just keep using it all day, so it's always making good fresh ice. One thing I'm gonna mention is that the quality on this machine is really good. The side tank as well, really good, no problems. The two pieces which like just feel cheap. So there's this little piece of plastic, which is basically like a drip tray. It is like the cheapest, like it's the like it's like a penny worth of plastic. Like, come on, you couldn't have made this like stainless steel, maybe with some type of like ability to have like a drip tray where it's hidden. It just seems like an afterthought, and I'm probably better off finding something else. And then this, there's a scoop, which has a bunch of hard water spots and it's hard to clean off. Again, this scoop, so cheap plastic, probably can make like 100 of them for $1. So I probably should have by now gotten a new one, like a nice stainless steel one, to kind of match the aesthetic of this. Because, you know, it has like stainless steel and it looks good. But yeah, you hear that? No, not good. Also too, there is an LED bulb up in there, or maybe a few of them. This is gonna be nitpicky, but one of the bulbs has like a yellowish hue to it. So I've posted pictures of this Nugget Ice Maker on social media, and people think the water is dirty because it makes the ice look yellow, and we know yellow ice is not a good look. Another downside is, like, you just have to keep in mind of the size and weight. This thing is pretty big, you know. I don't remember the weight offhand. It's got to be close to 50 pounds. It's really heavy. So if you have trouble lifting heavy things, it may be a little bit difficult to clean, to like lug to the sink and back. Some people also don't have the luxury of having extra counter space, so that also could be an issue. Some people with these, they go all out. They will buy bottled water and fill it up with bottled water. I probably fill this thing every day. That would not be feasible for me. That would be expensive. That would be like $1 a day in water. I am bad. I will use tap water. I don't even use filtered water from the fridge. I just fill it up with the tap. And from the cleaning clips I've shown, you can probably, that probably shouldn't surprise you, because there is a lot of like grit and grime and like hard water materials in there. But I haven't noticed an issue yet. They do make a filter that you can basically pop that little thing off and put a filter in there instead. That's like $20. I should probably seriously order that when I'm done making this video. Because if I'm using tap water, I don't want the like insides of this to get messed up. But my thoughts are, this machine was about $600. If you're going to buy bottled tap water or bottled water, like filtered water, and if you're like me and you would go through like a gallon a day, do the math. That's $365 a year to fill your ice machine with water. So my thinking is, if I use tap water and it absolutely wrecks this machine in 2 years, absolute worst case scenario, I'll just buy a new one, and I spent no money on water versus the people that are, you know, wasting money on buying bottled water. But my tap water, I drink all the time, so I don't mind it. Your tap water may be different. I would encourage you to use filtered water. Do not waste plastic. This thing does have an app, so you can use that app to set a schedule I personally have not used the app, so I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about it. But I think in an ideal situation, you could have it turn on and off. You know, like when you're asleep, have it turn off. When you're about to wake up, turn it back on. If you go to work, you know, on and off. That way it's not running all day, saves power, but then also too, the ice will be fresh and won't be a melted glob like I talked about earlier. Okay, and the water reservoir itself, it's really easy to add water to. You just pull it up like this. It really doesn't leak water at all. It's not one of those like crazy things that you have to flip over really quick. And when you want to fill it up from the sink or wherever, you just take this off, fill it up. Really simple. You can fill it up all the way to the top, and then you put it back, you screw it back down. It's like one of those plunger style things, so it's not going to leak unless you put your finger in it. That was smart, huh? Yeah, don't put your finger in it. Is the Nugget Ice Maker worth $600? That's the title of the video. We need to answer it. You have to answer that question, not me. $600 is kind of relative, you know? That's not even somebody's rent. So buying a Nugget Ice Maker that really makes you happy and is life-changing and potentially can allow you to make premium drinks where you don't feel obligated to go out to Starbucks and waste money on coffee there. You could save money. With everything going around in the world, some people prefer to stay home anyway. So if you're going to stay home, you might as well have the most premium experience available to you that kind of reminds you of the luxury of sit-down restaurants, fast food, Sonic, whatever. I don't use any other ice. I don't use the ice maker on my fridge. That's another story. Samsung, if you have a Samsung fridge, you know why. But yeah, my ice maker on my Samsung fridge does not work. So this baby right here is what gets me by. If $600 for a Nugget Ice Maker doesn't make you say WTF, then go ahead and get it. Some people just don't get it. Some people don't see the value in premium ice. You know, they can just use their fridge or go buy a bag from the store. But if you're that rare person that loves Nugget Ice and is willing to spend a premium for having quality Nugget Ice at your house, go ahead and get it. Treat yourself. It's been a crazy year. You deserve it. Quit looking at it. Quit thinking. I have links in the description. Remember, they're not affiliate links. I don't get anything. I just want to spread the Nugget Ice love. Okay, guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I normally do not make Nugget Ice videos, but, you know, subscribe anyway out of pity. Okay, bye.